Big thank you especially to all the fans who attended here tonight. It was an absolutely amazing and knowledgeable crowd. So I thought it was one of our greatest nights we've done on our debut here in Kraków. So big thank you to all our fans and to our fighters. The attendance tonight was 10,000 people walked into the arena, a gate of 2.7 million zloty or $720,000. Fight of the night is Kraków Gonzaga, and performance of the nights were Leon Edwards and Marina Morales. With that, I'll hand over for questions.
Pytanie do Janka Bochowicza. Ja tak zaraz po walce, wyglądało na to, że sądziłeś, że wygrałaś ten pojedynek. Co Cię do tego skłoniło, że jakby taką okazałeś radość, bo większość kibiców niestety widziało to, co sędzią.
After the fight you thought you won, you were showing your happiness. How come?
Po prostu myślałem, że zadałem więcej ciosów celnych niż dziki, no jednak się myliłem. Nie wiem, muszę tą walkę obejrzeć po prostu na spokojnie, wyciągnąć wnioski i wtedy będę mógł powiedzieć coś więcej. Po prostu.
I simply thought I got so many fighters, so many points that I have to watch it once again and then
Byłeś bardzo konsekwentny, jeśli chodzi o taktykę na tę walkę, no ale wydaje się, że to była zła taktyka. Ten lewy prosty to miała być właśnie recepta na manowę, czy z czego to wynikało? Ty na wstecznym całą walkę po prostu, można powiedzieć, toczyłeś.
So what happened with your tactics for this fight?
Czy taktyka była walczyć w stójce, jak będzie okazja to obalić? No okazji do obalenia nie było. Ta lewa ręka wchodziła, wydaje mi się, że zbyt dobrze i zamknąłem się po prostu w tej płaszczyźnie, zapomniałem o innych aspektach walki. No i wyszło jak wyszło, no co zrobię? Nie będę płakał, wyciągnę tylko wnioski i wrócę silniejszy.
Yeah, the tactics was to start a fight in stand-up and then take it to the ground, but then the left hand was getting so good that I forget about the second part of it. But I'm going to train now hard and I'm going back hard, stronger.
Chciałbyś rewanżu z Manową?
You want a rematch with him?
Na spokojnie, no. I tak pewnie bym go nie dostał tak szybko, ale być może się w przyszłości raz spotkamy i będzie mi dana szansa sprawdzenia się z nim jeszcze raz.
Maybe in the future it might be given to me a chance to face him one more time.
Question for Jimmy. Jimmy, congratulations on the win. Let's get back to the win column after your last loss. You mentioned an injury after the fight. Are you able to go any further on that? Exactly what was the injury and how did you feel at the end of the fight when you stand next to the ref? Did you feel confident that you was going to get the win?
I wasn't sure. I was pretty sure I won all 3 rounds, but I don't know. I've never been to the judge's decision before, so it was a new thing for me. But I almost didn't make it to the fight. I only got cleared like literally last week to fight. I got advised not to fight, but I didn't want to pull out and ruin the cards. So no.
I've got a question for Marina Moros. First of all, well done for the win, and over here. And what did you say to Jędrzejczyk after the fight?
Что бы вы сказали после борьбы Jędrzejczyk?
Я ее вызвала на поединок. Я хочу с ней драться за пояс.
I challenged her to fight with me. I would like to fight for her with her for the championship, for the title.
Question for Jimmy. You mentioned in the run-up to this fight that you were planning to do, well, more than a couple more fights this year. Is that still the plan, or will the injury actually put you out?
We'll see. I'm going to get the injury sorted out straight after this, and depending on the recovery time and everything, I'm going to fight another 2 times this year, top 10 opponents.
It was your first time in the octagon and you get a great fight, but don't you think that is a little bit early to ask for the title shot?
Вы не думаете, что это очень очень рано, чтобы бороться за выезд.
Почему рано?
Why too early?
Я считаю, что я готова сейчас уже драться. Мне надо было выиграть за 30 секунд бой, чтобы драться за пояс.
I consider myself to be ready to be able to fight already for the title.
Я думаю, я доказала в этом бою, что я достойна драться за пояс.
And I think I showed in this fight that I'm ready to be able to even win.
A question here for Mirko Krokop. Mirko, you have this unbelievable stat of never losing a rematch. Why do you think that is? What are you able to do in these rematches to get the victory?
Well, I did what I have to do. I was excellent prepared for this fight, and since the fight was scheduled for 5 rounds, I knew I have a time, and this was must-win situation for me. Not because of my future status in the UFC, but because of my whole career, you know. And I just knew I've got to beat him. And Zaga is a tough guy, you know, but I needed to stay away from him for the first and the second round, you know. In the third, that was our plan. It happened in the third. It will sound like I'm playing smart now, but that was our strategy, to try to avoid, to make him tired first 2 rounds, to go circle around him and to try to finish him in the third. Exactly what happened, you know. And we made a good plan. I had a hard preparation, and I'm very proud of my team. I'm proud of myself, and I did what I got to do.
Does this rematch win mean more to you than the others, because that highlight knockout was replayed so many times over the last couple of years?
This was one of the most important fights in my career. Not just rematches.
Ja mam pytanie do Pawła Pawlaka. Paweł, powiedz coś o tym, z jakim nastawieniem wychodziłeś dzisiaj na walkę. Dużo się mówiło przed galą, że jest kompletnie inna atmosfera w twoim obozie niż w Berlinie. Opowiedz coś o tym i komu ją zawdzięczasz.
What was in your head while entering the fight?
No, wyszedłem bardzo pewny siebie, przez to, że byłem bardzo dobrze przygotowany, miałem okres 3 miesięcy do przygotowania się do walki. Wtedy w Berlinie właśnie miałem tylko 5 tygodni, ciągle jakieś kontuzje i przez to byłem strasznie zdołowany tym i tak wyglądała walka. A teraz byłem przygotowany w 100%, trenerzy o mnie zadbali, byłem pewny siebie, głodny walki i chciałem bardzo wygrać i pokazać siebie. Myślę, że dałem radę i pokazałem dobre MMA.
I was extremely well prepared to this fight. Earlier, the fight in Berlin, I wasn't that prepared, I didn't have that much time. But now I had 3 months, so I prepared myself with my team, with my coaches, so well that I gave such a good show.
Question from Mirko Krokop. You got cut with an elbow and it looked a little bit bad, you know, you were bleeding quite a lot. Were you at all worried that the fight might get stopped?
Well, I couldn't see how big cut is, but I felt good, and it happened in the second round, as I can remember, and I knew I will have to try. I get a warning from my corner that I need to push him in the 3rd round. I need to try to finish him because the referee might stop because of the bleeding. I couldn't see how big the cut is, but my coach Stipe said that I have to finish him now in the 3rd round, because there was a danger that referee could stop, so I did it.
Thank you. I just want to add, you were the reason I got into martial arts, and it was a great performance.
Thank you.
Just one more for Marina Moroz. It's not very often that fighters will get a title shot after a debut, but this is always a very impressive performance. Another fighter who pulled off a very nice performance tonight was Alexander Albu. How would you perhaps feel about a matchup with her in the future?
Я под очень великим влиянием ваших выпад. Что вы думаете о Александре Алду в будущем? Вы хотели бы бороться с нею?
Если бы у нее был ВПС, я бы с ней боролась.
If it would be the fight for the champion title, yes, very gladly.
mam pytanie do Pawła Pawlaka. Bardzo dużo pisało się o tym, że nie do końca nadajesz się na główną kartę i nie pasujesz do UFC. Powiedz mi, jak mocno zeszło z Ciebie to ciśnienie i tak naprawdę czy chciałeś, zwyciężając tą walkę, udowodnić coś sobie, czy tym wszystkim ludziom, którzy Ciebie tak mocno podbili?
Many people said they had opinion that you didn't fit well in the main card. What by this performance have you proven to them?
Chciałem przede wszystkim udowodnić to sobie, nie ludziom, nie patrzeć na opinię jakichś innych ludzi, tylko na swoją i swoich trenerów i rodziny. Myślę, że dałem z siebie wszystko i pokazałem siebie i ludzie, którzy we mnie nie wierzyli, to może w końcu uwierzą i zobaczą, że jestem dobrym zawodnikiem.
The most important for me was to prove it to myself, to my family, but to the others who don't believe in me, I hope they're going to believe in me now.
I have a question to Mirko Kraków. What did you think after the second round that was really difficult for you? What about the clues that were given to you by your coaches? Because the massive performance of you in the third round was really impressive. Did you trust? Did you believe that you can win that fight after the second round?
I believed I can win, and I believe that I'm going to beat him. And as I already said, I had a great trainings before this fight, great preparation, great camp, and I trusted myself, and I was ready for five rounds of fighting, and I knew it won't go to the end.
A quick one for Jimmy, if I could, and I apologize if I missed it. You were talking about the injury. Did you ever clarify exactly what the injury was, what exactly you had to get through to fight?
I had a bad knee injury. I tore my meniscus and MCL and ACL as well. And you know, they told me I shouldn't fight and everything. I said no, I've got to fight. I can't pull out of the fight. So you know, it's a big decision for me, and the team. But you know, we have to go through with it.
Are you expecting surgery after this, or do you think rehab will be enough?
Yeah, I'm gonna have surgery straight after this.
Thanks, Jimmy. And Mirko, you kind of touched on it there, but 10 minutes into the fight, I think a lot of us watching thought it's not going well for you. You said you had faith in yourself, but did you feel like the fight was going well for you, even though you knew you were trying to take it late?
I was confident that I'm going to beat him, and what else I can say? I was really confident. It's not, I don't want to sound like I'm playing smart now, but I was confident, I was well prepared, and I knew that he's going to be mine, third or fourth round. After, even I had a cut, even if it was on the ground twice, and I defend myself successful, except I took a few elbows, you know, he cut me, but I felt good and confident.
Do you feel like there needs to be a third fight ever between you two, or do you feel like this was enough to put that in the past?
I think this is enough. I think this is enough. I don't think there will be time for a third fight.
Thank you. And just quickly, if I could, for Marina as well, obviously spectacular performance, great call out there. What did you think of the champion's reaction and how she handled your challenge?
Ваша борьба очень отлична. Как вы думаете, как Яна для ней, как это выглядело? Для Яны, да? Как вы думаете, как ваша борьба выглядела для чемпионки? Как она вас видела?
Ну, я думаю, она не ожидала, что я такое сделаю.
I don't think she expected that I would perform like this.
Марина, скажи, сколько боев тебе надо, чтобы за пояс UFC ты драла?
How many fights do you think you have to fight before you will fight for the championship? UFC.
Я хочу следующий бой.
I would prefer the next one to be for the championship.
A może лучше, чтобы ты за Александрой Альбо подралась, а потом с Joanną Jędrzejczyk?
Maybe it would be better if you first fight with Alexandra Albo and then with Joanna Jędrzejczyk.
Такой вариант может быть?
Нет.
Is it acceptable? No.
Anybody else?
Pytanie do Mirko Krakowa. Pierwsze pytanie jest takie, czy wiesz może gdzie jest Gabriel? Bo nie ma go tu z nami.
Do you know where Gabriel is? Because he's not here.
I don't know.
Gabriel's gone to hospital for a precaution. It's what we always take when there's a situation like that.
That was supposed to be a small joke. The second question, usually we didn't see much elbows from your side. That wasn't the most powerful of the knockout techniques you've got. And this time you showed that it can also finish the fight. Was it part of a plan or it just happened? You saw the opportunity to throw the elbows, and why didn't you make use of your high kicks today?
Well, I had the opportunity to land the elbow, which is extremely dangerous weapon in MMA, and I did it. I did. If I had a clean shot for a high kick, I would throw a high kick. But it was in a clinch, and then it's chance for elbow. I saw opportunity and I finished with elbows.
Ja mam pytanie do Janka Bochowicza. Janek, jak oceniasz samą galę ze względów na to, że ona odbyła się w Polsce, jak doping kibiców i czy docierały do Ciebie te informacje o przegranych Polaków i czy jakoś się tym przejąłeś w jakikolwiek sposób?
How did you like the event in Poland, in Krakow, and what about the others who lost?
Byłem bardzo pozytywnie zaskoczony dopingiem, bardzo za to dziękuję, bo kibice dopisali, wspierali nas, niestety nie tylko mi, ale paru Polakom też nie poszło, no ale no to taki jest sport, da się wybiera, się przegrywa i na pewno każdy z nas wróci silniejszy i jeszcze nie raz pokażemy legendarną polską siłę.
It was great for me to hear all the support for me and all the others. Unfortunately, not every event can be successful, but everybody is going to come back stronger. We are going to show the legendary Polish power.
And I have another question for Mirko Krokap. Mirko, did you expect such a loud crowd with you here in Poland?
Well, to tell you the truth, I didn't think about it too much, but I knew that most of the arena is going to cheers for me, you know, and I knew that many of Croatian fans are coming, and it was really a beautiful night for me.
Yeah, in the lead up to the fight, you spoke about with Dan Hardy a special technique that you're working on for Manu, always secret technique. Did you get a chance to actually get that special technique off, or is it still going to remain a secret?
Still gonna be a secret, but I didn't use it. Maybe next fight I use it.
Dave, question for you. Stevie Ray coming in on 2 weeks' notice, finishing the fight in great fashion. Although he didn't receive a post-fight bonus, will his bonus come in the form of a spot on the Glasgow card?
That would be very nice, I think, for Stevie. He'd love to do that. And it wasn't just Stevie that came in, you know, at short notice. We actually had a couple of other fighters, but we also had 10 fighters making their debut here tonight. So a really astounding card and some great performances right across the cards. So yeah, congratulations to Stevie.
It seemed as if there was the potential for Jojo to win and go on to possibly headline that Glasgow card and fight for the title. Now obviously that's off the cards. What are you thinking of doing in the main event for the Glasgow event?
We're nowhere near the main event for Glasgow yet. Actually, it's the week after next is when we go on sale for our next event, which is Berlin. So that's where our thoughts are. 24th of April, tickets will go on sale for the great fight between Alex and Glover, and a number of German fighters as well. Some more fights to be announced. That's where our heads are at the moment, and we'll come back to you soon about the Glasgow, but it's going to be a great one.
Dave, you and the London team obviously coming into Krakow for the very first time. What's been your main takeaways from the event this week?
Well, I think the reaction of the fans tonight, number one, for me going to the events, this was probably the most knowledgeable crowd that I've ever sat in amongst. It was fantastic to hear them. They knew everything that was going on inside the octagon. We've had some other successes here. We were on TV tonight in Poland on live TV, Extreme Sports Channel. We're actually going to be on free to air back in the UK on PIC TV from 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock our time, so it's on now. So that was a success in itself. The fighters making their debut, that was fantastic. And also the crowd here tonight, 10,000 people. There were people who bought tickets from 31 different countries around the world and travelled here to support all these fighters. So there's a lot of metrics in there, but a lot of things to be proud of and thankful for the success that this event has been.
Do you think this could be one of those markets that you come to annually, like Stockholm and London and Dublin and Berlin, for example, as well?
Yeah, I don't see why not. What a fantastic arena, great crowd, great fighters, with 7 Polish fighters on the card, 10 debutants, as I said. Really successful night for us, and will be something that we would look forward to trying to achieve for next year for sure.
To ja mam pytanie do Jana Bochowicza jeszcze jedno. Ta walka wygrana z Jimmym Manową miała dać Ci miejsce w pierwszej dziesiątce wagi półciężkiej. Jak myślisz, na ile ta porażka jakoś spowalnia twoją drogę na szczyt UFC?
Co nie wiem, to już chyba nie jest pytanie do mnie. No, mam nadzieję, że mój następny przeciwnik będzie równie wymagający i równie wysoko sklasyfikowany, ponieważ tylko takimi chcę walczyć, bo tylko tacy dają satysfakcję podczas walki.
I do Pawła Pawlaka, bo przed Twoją walką mówiłeś wiele razy, że ten Twój debiut był nieudany, to nie był ten Pawlak, jakiego powinniśmy zobaczyć. Czy po dzisiejszej walce jesteś zadowolony, jesteś pewny tego, że UFC to jest odpowiednie miejsce dla Ciebie?
After the debut, you weren't happy with your performance. Are you happy with your performance now? That's the UFC is the place for you.
Jestem zadowolony z występu, chociaż nie ukrywam, że chciałem w trzeciej rundzie go znokautować. Nie udało się, bo Sheldon jest twardym gościem. Ale następne walki mam nadzieję, że będę lepiej się jeszcze prezentował, będę miał jeszcze lepszą formę i myślę, że UFC jest moim domem.
Yeah, I wasn't happy with my debut, but this time I was stronger. I wanted to finish him in the 3rd round, but it didn't happen, unfortunately. He's a tough guy, but UFC is my home. I'm going to fight here.
Question to David Allen. Since we have a new TV deal in Poland, does it mean we all have to cancel our €8 subscription because it doesn't work anymore?
It will work. This was a fight night tonight, which was on Extreme Channel. There are other fights that will be on Fight Pass, and there'll be fights that will be on the Extreme Channel. So keep buying it, keep looking at it. But it's not always just about the fight night, and I know they're very important. But we have many other things that appear on Fight Pass, and there's over 65,000 hours of content on there for you to watch. I think if you stop watching it all, you may never come out of your room.
And two more to Mirko. Here, first row. I've seen you in the hotel, and you seem to enjoy the whole fight week. Do you think this played a role in your fight today?
I'm not sure that I understand you completely.
You seem to be enjoyed all fight week before the fight. Do you think that the way you felt played as a factor in the fight today?
Well, I felt good. That's true, you know, and I was with my friends. Many people came from Croatia. I was expected this fight more than anyone before, and I had a great camp for this fight, and I was very excited for this fight. That's true.
And as you know, there's a new Reebok deal coming up, and I just heard only the story that you didn't appreciate all new things about the Reebok deal. There were things you liked, but there were some things you didn't like.
I don't know who told you that. That's just a rumor.
Okay, friends.
But I saw we received some samples from the Reebok as a present, and I got to tell you, it looks great. It looks really great. Okay. Those kind of things we can't get it in Croatia, you know, from Reebok, but it looks great, and I hope it will be great. We don't know details, especially financial details, but quality is first class, and I hope it will be good for all of us, for UFC and for the fighters too.
Thank you. And one more to Paweł in Polish. Byłeś w bardzo dobrej formie, pokazałeś dzisiaj świetną walkę, ale był taki moment właśnie po drugiej rundzie, kiedy no dosłownie doczołgałeś się do narożnika. Czy to było już zmęczenie, czy coś innego?
You were in a great shape tonight, but after the second round, you seemed a little bit tired. How was that feeling?
Przytkało mnie w drugiej rundzie, trzeba przyznać, ale może to dobrze, bo rozkręciłem się od razu w trzeciej i już w ogóle nie czułem zmęczenia i przyspieszyłem tempo i czułem się dużo lepiej wtedy.
Yeah, I was a little bit tired after the second round, but then the energy just pumped up in the third round, so it was great.
Just want to follow up with Jimmy. I'm just looking at my Twitter feed. Everyone is absolutely amazed that you were able to perform tonight with that knee injury. Does it make the win that much more satisfying, the fact that obviously you were coming off a loss, you had a long layoff, fighting out of the UK for the very first time, and now you've revealed that you had this knee injury? You know, can you sum up what this means in terms of coming out on top and winning tonight?
It meant a lot to me, because like I said before, I almost didn't make it to the fight, and yeah, it's a tough opponent. He hasn't lost in like 8 years. I'm and you know, I'm glad I've come out with a win and got 3 rounds.
Jimmy, it's the first time, you just touched on the question, but it's the first time you've been to decision. Was it good in a way? I mean, obviously you're always looking to get a stoppage, but was it good for you to get that 15 minutes under your belt, so you know how it is to pace yourself for a 15-minute fight?
Yeah, definitely. I had more energy in the third round than I did in the second, and that gave me a lot of confidence, and it's good, like my coach said, it's good for my confidence to know that I can do 3 rounds at full speed. So, yeah.
Question from Mirko. Over here, Mirko, down the front. This was as close as it gets at the moment for you to actually have a home fight. This isn't too far from Croatia. Would it be your preference to continue your comeback in European-based events, or are you not too worried? Is it a big benefit to you to be able to just come across from Croatia to Poland?
Well, of course, it's much easier and much better, and I like it. And I prefer it if I could fight in Europe. No jet lag, they don't have to travel too long. If it is in Germany or somewhere, we can go, like in this case, we came with a minivan here in Kraków. So I don't depend about the plane. And to tell the truth, I'm starting to being scared of flying with the airplanes, and of course it's better to fight in Europe.
And how many more fights are you envisaging having?
How more fights?
How many more are you looking to have?
I don't know. I don't think about it right now. I just think how I'm going to get to the hotel, pick my things, sit in the van, and we go home right away. In the morning I will be in Zagreb already.
Great stuff, thank you.
That's farthest I think right now.
Great stuff, thank you.
We'll take 2 more questions and then wrap it up, guys.
Question for
Please.
Jimmy. Jimmy, your head movement looked like a standout aspect of your game tonight. Is that something you've worked on in the build-up to this fight, maybe to compensate for the knee injury, or just something you've worked on in general?
I'm always working on my head movement with my boxing, my coaches and stuff. But before this fight, I didn't spar for like a whole month because of my injuries and stuff like that. So I felt my timing was a bit off and stuff. But you know, my head movement's natural for me. Cause I do a lot of boxing and stuff. So yeah.
For Mirko, do you have any idea, maybe someone specific who you have in mind for your next fight?
I don't think about next fight. I don't know. First rest, and I got to heal some small wounds I had. Nothing big, you know, but you cannot survive the 8-week camp without minor injuries, you know. And I had during preparation I had problem with my shoulder, muscle rupture, and little bit problems with my knee, but it was okay for the fight, you know. But I felt it during preparation, so I need to fix it first. Take a good rest, and then we will see. I don't know. Really, I really don't know.
One more, guys. Who's got the mic?
Question for David. David, you utilized one Polish ring referee. Is it something that you would look to feature on the cards in Europe, using officials from Poland both as referees and possibly as point judges?
Yeah, Yeah, that's something that's appointed by the Commission. It's not appointed by the UFC, but we work closely with the Federation here in Poland, the Polish Mixed Martial Arts Federation, and work on their recommendations as well. So it was really nice because that was a debut also, the referee's debut in the UFC. So yeah, we look at it everywhere we go. So guys, a big thank you to the fighters that are here tonight, but also the fighters outside who put on a fantastic show. Big thank you to you. Big thank you to you for all the work during the week, and we hope to see you in Berlin on the 20th of June. And a big thank you to all the fans who supported us. So thanks a lot.